Right then, so another beer review for the SJPorr challenge. This one actually has a really nice label on it. I do actually quite like the label on that. And it's got information on the side. And I quite like the label. And this one is a American Stout, 6.6. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this one opened. And sorry about the intro, I know, but hey, life is what it is. So I'm going to get this one opened again. I don't want to open it in here because my mother would kill us if I end up with stout all over the carpet. So I'll be back in a sec once I get this opened in a bit. Right then, lads. So back again. Right. This one, it's got a bit of a head on it, you know, maybe not quite a finger, but again, I'm not pouring them aggressive. See, if you've got a head that's that big, one, you can't smell what's coming through it until it's just a waste of good beer. So, right, straight away on the nose you've got chocolate. I don't have any chocolate malt in it actually, but it smells chocolatey. Okay. And when I sniffed the top of the bottle, it smelled hoppy. I'm not joking you. But no, it looks nice. It looks like a nice pint. It is as black as they come. You're not getting anything. So I'm surprised how chocolatey that smells. I'm not getting any roasted notes with that. You do with a lot of the stouts. You tend to get that kind of roasted. So I'll just quickly mark that down. That is very nice, that. And yes, here we go, Bonnie lads, let's go. Wow. Like a very famous reviewer would say, stone the crows. That is absolutely beautiful. I'm going to have to get in touch with you, whoever you are, BR103GB. I would like that recipe off you, because that is absolutely beautiful. If that had a little bit more head retention on it, that would have been absolutely perfect. That is, and I like stout, but that is beautiful. It tastes roasty. It's got a little sweet back note on. It's dry, it bites on the tongue. I think it is quite hoppy. I think it has got a lot of hops in. And I don't think this has been brewed like a traditional stout would be, where you would just use your hops for bittering. I think this has actually has a late edition hop in there as well. What it is, I can read the hops off there and I could guess to say which one it's going to be, but I don't know. I couldn't tell you, couldn't pick a taste for it. But be in a bit. I'm going to have a little think. Right, so it's a bit difficult really because it's so nice. Right, mouthfeel. It's a little bit thin, and I mean just a little bit thin. So that's not gonna just a touch. If it had been a little bit thicker, that would have been. I mean, that would have made it that little bit closer to perfection. But it's beautiful, and I'm really, you know what I mean, that's. I'm not sure. I'll rate this so high. This is such a fantastic beer. It really is. And from the label right the way through to the finish, it's a little bit sweet on the end, which see I like. I think that suits a stout as well. So many stouts out there just get bitter and then dry off. That's nice and bitter. It's sharp. It's clean. It's sweet. It does linger, like on the tongue just a little bit, which to be honest is what you want from a stout. You know, this on a cold night, fire on, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I can't see any more than that. It's absolutely beautiful. In a bit, boys. Right then, lads. This one here, this is the one I've got the pint pot that loads of people take the mick out of. But in this beer here, This is the beer from the day we got them that is the one that I feed reviewing the most. It is the Imperial Stout. I'm guessing it's a stout. It's got to be being an Imperial, I guess. It's chocolate, 10.2 on the Richter scale, conditioned in oak chips, infused with Talisker. See, I reckon the flavours on this are going to be too big for my palate, but I'm going to give it a go. Like in the other reviews, I won't be opening the bottle in here because I don't want to gush. So, I'll back a bit, lads. Right, lads, I'm back. And just sniffing that out of the bottle. This is just massive. Mountain, man. Right. I can smell whiskey straight away. I don't know if you've just put a small amount of whiskey in every bottle. If you've stood this on whiskey, I don't know what you've done with it. But I'll be honest, I hate whiskey. I hate the smell of whiskey. I hate the taste of whiskey. I hate everything about whiskey. I wouldn't wash my feet in the stuff. And I've had good whiskies and bad whiskies. And that's all I can smell on this at the moment. So, we'll put the bottle down. And we'll, as you can see, I wasn't expecting this to have any particular head retention. Because the high ABVs. So, yes, see in a bit, lads. Right then, so I don't expect it to have much head retention. Again, it's 10.2 on the old Richter scale. You're just not going to get it, but you can see when you move it around the glass, it's got legs. You know, I can't just. It's just whiskey. That's all I can get on that. Is just the whiskey. Maybe if you'd really try and dig in, I can get maybe a little bit of coffee. But I don't know if I'm just thinking that's there because I know it should be there because it's a stout. You tend to get lots of coffee in stouts and roasters and that. So, you know, it's often hard to tell what you're actually getting and when you're really trying to find something. But it's whiskey all the day. So, wish me luck. Wow. Mouthfeel. When I poured it out the bottle, it was more like coaxed. You know, you had to really talk to it nicely to get it to come out because it is thick. What a beautiful, beautiful mouthfeel. That is really, really nice. It's got that alcohol taste. Again, 10.2%. You're not going to hide that. You can't hide that type of alcohol. It is physically impossible. I'm sure of it. But that's all right. That whiskey flavour does hit you straight away, and you get that it's a whiskey taste, which, to be honest, for me, doesn't press any buttons at all because I really don't like it. But that goes away quite quickly, and then you're left with roasted barley, touch of coffee. But you do have, like, obviously with the high alcohol, you do have the alcohol like feel in your mouth. You know what I mean? So. This is going to sound so strange, but that's got like a watermelon or a melon type of flavour come mouthfeel with it. I'm not sure about this. I'll get back to you. Give us a second. Right then, this melony type, I don't know what that is. I'm guessing it's not supposed to be there because I've never tasted any other beer I've ever had, to be honest. You know, you've got that whiskey there. I think it's just too much. I think it's It's supposed to be there, you know, it's written on the bottle, it's whiskey infused, but there's whiskey infused and then where you've got where the whiskey's just taken over and you haven't got the stout qualities there. You don't have, I can't pick up any like the roasted barley in there, I'm not picking up any of the big malts or anything like that. It's very dry on the finish. It's not my type of drink to start off with having the whiskey in, so I'm trying to be as kind as I can to it, because to be honest I don't like it at all. I don't like the taste of it at all, but that doesn't necessarily mean there's anything wrong with the beer. It's just not my cup of tea. So when I've marked it, I haven't marked it because it's not my cup of tea. I've tried to be as fair as I possibly can with it. But I do think there's too much whiskey in there. I do think the whiskey it takes over too much. You can't get. I don't get any of the oak in there at all. Literally all I get is whiskey. As if somebody had just taken a pint of a stout and put a double whiskey in the top of it. That seems to be what it tastes like to me. So, I think it's season a bit, boys.